Have you made plans to leave your house? Does your existence primarily consist of sequestering yourself in places even a hermit would find a little isolating? Have you recently been guilted, tricked, or otherwise manipulated into joining the harshly lit masses that dwell outside? Congratulations! It's probably going to end in disaster, but before it does, you might get some use out of an introvert's guide to socializing. Step 1. Regret everything. You were drunk when you said you'd do this, right? Because that's the only explanation for the unrelenting awful you're about to put yourself through just to appear a little less flaky than usual. You already told the last person who asked you out that your mother had died in a spectacular trapeze accident, and you're almost certain the rest of your social circle is aware that you faked your own death just to get out of the birthday party from last week. The born-again Christian thing can only work so many times before you look like a ball in a ping-pong game between life and death. Better collapse in a disgusting pile of self-pity and overwhelming regret until you have to leave. Step 2. Panic! Otherwise known as the surely I left the oven on and must check for the 50th time just in case because that's a legitimate reason to stall on leaving the house technique, supposedly attempting to prevent your abode from burning down is actually just a front for the raging fire of oh god why that's currently trying to turn you into an overly OCD train wreck that will lock your door 60 times just to avoid 5 seconds of human interaction. Because nothing says fully grown adult that has their shit together quite like clinging to your front door like a piece of driftwood from a sinking ship. Surely the neighbors needed another reason to find you strange, and the ensuing meltdown will keep their stupid kids off your lawn. You're not moving until the mailman tries to make eye contact. Step 3. People. People everywhere. Is this a level from Super Mario, or did these people specifically position themselves to maximize the amount of human contact you must endure just to get to that deserted-looking corner that's soon to be your only sanctuary? Timing your move is difficult enough to avoid all their welcoming smiles, and it will take all your ninja skills to get around the roughly 16 people whose names you've forgotten. They've told you more than once. Maybe make some unintelligible noises and hope one of them resembles their moniker? Hey! Nailed it. Step 4. Endure. It takes real chutzpah to get to this stage, and for those of you not currently openly weeping, I say give yourself a pat on the back. Did someone see you do it? Pretend to fix your hair. You meant that. Now stare at the wall until the witness dies of old age. It's the only way to maintain your dignity. Step 5. Ghost. Did you know there was a term for leaving a social function like a dysfunctional pile of human spaghetti? There is! Rather than perhaps the more suitable title of giant freaking chicken, ghosting is a much more efficient description of what thousands of yellow-bellied fowls already do in place of actually making eye contact with anyone a second longer than absolutely necessary. It's quite simple, really. All you need is an absolute absence of social dignity, an exit plan, and a fixed expression that looks something between an uncomfortably chilly grandmother and the same woman finding out her daughter runs a giant dildo store. You've nailed it the moment you look like you're on the vague spectrum between extreme shame and pain. Reach the door without having to explain your flight and you've reached master levels of social retardation. Bonus points if your skin is taken on the tacky wallpaper as camo, and even better should you bowl over the poor sap trying to enter in absolute panic. Now to get back to your car and hyperanalyze everything that occurred. It's sure to make you cringe for weeks. Now you can start weeping. This has been Tyler, you've been watching Scarfing Scarves, and I'll catch you next time.